During an election period like this one, it is very easy for us as leaders to get carried away with the business of putting logistics together, communicating with this one and that one, mobilizing the grassroots to make sure that we win an election, forgetting to say thank you to people that actually make things happen. I'm making this video on behalf of President HH and on behalf of the UPND as a party to say thank you. Thank you to the UPND USA and Canada chapter for the confidence that you have put in President HH over the years, for putting your resources together to support the president in opposition. And even when he is president now, you have not withdrawn your resources to support him and make sure that he thrives as president, and continue to support him to make sure that we win the election. It's not that you have a lot of money just sitting out there waiting for somebody to spend it. You sacrifice your hard-earned resources to support the president. And as your Secretary General, this is a vote of thanks to you. Like we all do, every person has that one person who is loyal. Loyal through the thick, through the thin. Come rain, come sunshine, that person will stand with you. And this is exactly what the UPND USA Canada chapter has been to President Hakainde Hichilema. Our chapter was established in 2001, and we've been with the party, we've been with the president through multiple various elections that we lost. Some of them we won. And in 2021, finally, we won the presidential vote. We stood with the president. We supported in opposition by providing food for food soldiers. We bought bicycles for communities that were on the ground, mobilizing votes for President HH. During the actual 2021 election, most of you will remember that it was a tough election. Our chapter stood with the president and provided resources to polling agent officers across the country to ensure that the presidential vote was protected and counted when it mattered. One of the many reasons that our chapter has supported the leadership of President HH and the UPND is for us as a country to treat government resources, public resources, as the public resources that they really are. And so when we won elections in 2021, President HH invited us to the table and said, if we are going to end cadarism in governance systems, we need to separate government from politics. And so for us as a party, the request was for us to continue supporting the party while he focuses on leading government and ensuring that we deliver as we promised to the people of Zambia. And this was around the time that our chapter was transitioning leadership, going into intra-chapter elections. And so I got the privilege to get elected as Secretary General, and to support the leadership of the president in the agenda that I just talked about. As a new executive, we went into serious planning together with the chapter, and we agreed that moving forward as a party in government, we will support humanitarian projects through Secretariat in Lusaka. And the chapter gave towards various humanitarian causes. We bought wheelchairs for people. We bought sanitary wares for girl children and women across all the 10 provinces of Zambia. We did at least one project across all the 10 provinces of Zambia. We provided support to people living with disabilities during the drought. We provided financial incentives. We provided sunscreen to help them live through the extreme heat. And we provided financial support to party members that needed to go to hospital and had nobody to help them. And you, the UPND USA Canada chapter, gave your best. You gave your resources. And like I said again, it's not like you had money sitting out there waiting for somebody to spend it. You gave because you believed in the leadership of President HH. You gave because you believed our country could be better. And the time to make that change was now. We did not end there. Anytime any of us, any of our members, any of our executive are in Zambia, we visited grassroots structures and helped strengthen them, reassuring them that the president was with them. We paid for social media communication to support the party in communicating the many great things that President HH was doing for the party. And even ourselves, any chance given, we took it up. We were on radio stations, we were on social media blogs, vlogs, and various platforms spreading the message of the UPND government. We took every opportunity to support the president. And as a chapter, as your Secretary General, I must say that I am super proud of each one of you. I am very grateful and humbled by the generosity that you have shown towards President HH. And most importantly, we did not just do politics. We built relationships among ourselves. We supported one another when the other was mourning lost loved ones back home. When our fellow members had need in our respective states, we were there to support them. And so I must say I'm grateful for everything that we've been able to build together over the many years that we've supported President HH and the UPND. It's election time. The campaign period is almost coming to an end. And as a chapter, we have not just sat back relaxing to see what happens. We have put in our best to ensure that President HH returns into office come August 13th. As you may be aware, we have a number of our members, including members of the executive, Ms. Joyce Chiwe, Mr. Wesley Ngwenya, and others that are on the ground, making sure that our support goes to where it is needed. In consultation with the Secretariat, we were given the needs that the party needs in order for us to campaign for President HH. And so as a chapter, we were able to raise money, put our resources together to procure campaign regalia, chitenges, t-shirts, and distribute them across various constituencies within Luapula, the Copperbelt, and Lusaka provinces. We have continued with our humanitarian activities that we have done over the last four years or so. And one of the things I love about these humanitarian activities, it is more than politics. We are not only campaigning for President HH, but when we buy a wheelchair for that child who never had hope of ever having mobility, and we provide them with a tool that will help them move from one point to the other. When we buy mealie meal for that home that is in need, we are meeting a need beyond politics. And so this is one of the things that I'm very proud about, the approach that we took as a chapter to support President HH with humanitarian activities. We said, what are the needs that people have that we can help with, while President HH focuses on the agenda that the UPND party promised the people of Zambia. And you, my people, showed up. You gave not only support to the president, but you gave hope to that child who needed a wheelchair. You gave hope to that person living with a disability that needed help through a drought crisis. You gave hope to that one man who needed medical help and they did not have anybody to help them. You contributed money and sent them to hospital to have them treated. That is what politics are about for us as a chapter. And so I'm grateful for all the support. And so just to show you more of these pictures here, we are recently distributing mealie meal in Lusaka province under guidance from the party. There is Ms. Joyce Chiwe, who has graciously led this project to fundraise resources, not only from our chapter, but she has led us to fundraise from even other diaspora communities across the world to buy over 1,000 bags of mealie meal that we are contributing through the constituencies that we were assigned by the party. I have only spoken about support that you have rendered through the mainstream chapter, but I am aware and I follow together with other members of the executive. We see all the contributions that you make directly to candidates, members of parliament, the support that you give to councillors, the support that you give even to your own families back home in Zambia to ensure that they live decent lives. We see all that. And like I said earlier, it becomes very, very demanding during an election time that we often forget to say thank you for all the work that you do. As a chapter, we remain resolute to ensure that President HH is elected back into power, and we will continue to count on you to come through whenever there is a need. As I mentioned earlier, everybody needs that reliable factor in their lives. And you, my chapter, the UPND USA Canada chapter, have been that constant factor to the leadership of President HH in opposition and during his time as president. And often you may feel unseen, unappreciated, unacknowledged, but I want you to know that President HH is aware of all the contributions that we make towards the party and towards supporting his governance. Our tenure as leaders of this chapter will be coming to an end very soon, and I will probably never say this enough. Thank you for believing in President HH. Children today can go to school for free. We can go back home and enjoy the peace. We walk the world with pride. Nations admire to be Zambians at this point because of the leadership that President HH has contributed And all this has been necessitated by the contributions that you give. The $20, the $50, the $100, the thousands of dollars that you've given over the years. You made it possible. And I want you to know that you are highly appreciated. On behalf of President HH himself, on behalf of Secretariat, the Secretary General of our party, and on behalf of the UPND USA and Canada Chapter Executive, I want to say thank you to you for everything that you do for our party, for everything that you do for our country. God bless. This is your Secretary General, Dr. Andrew Movavi. Lesa pale.
I don't have words. Nilipemahu. Wasmai tulipemahu. Wasmai mungwationa. Wakanyama mungwationa. Yosefeni ikalipe kufika mu parliament isa makanyama taiona. US UPND US Canada chapter ndise bozi chefya. Pocho saunga. Bano pasenta. Lelo tafiti nabantu kapena 500 600 700 somewhere there. Every day kuli foot soldiers. Mina wasmai abanje foot soldiers. Inchi kapena mwachita nishite kuruma ningi. Ize kapita jamenti na Mzambiani HH. Kulibeka